Okay, so today we are going to understand models. Let's start doing it. Modal verbs, we are going to understand definition, structure, and how we have to use models in this PPT. All right. So let's understand what models are. Models or auxiliaries are used with other verbs to express special meanings. If I say, you must do it, fine. So we could have used anything else also with you, but we used must. It means there is a special purpose of using this must. Fine. So you must do this. It means you should. It is an obligation that you have to do this work anyhow. So modal auxiliaries are used with other verbs to express special meanings. List of modal verbs are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, ought to, must, and there are so many. इसके अलावा भी there are so many which are not mentioned over here, but we'll read all those models in this PPT. Modal verbs don't need auxiliaries to form negative and question. It means if we are using one model, there is no need to mention another thing. Fine. You see the example, she should stay. If I want to use this in negative one, I would not use nothing else. I would use only not. She should not stay. I would not use any more auxiliary verb with it. मुझे किसके साथ किसी और helping verb को लगाने की जरूरत नहीं होती. As I told you in the previous week also, that model comes all alone. Model don't require any other verb with it. Whether it's in affirmative sentence, whether it is in negative sentence, and whether it is in interrogative sentence. You can see the example. She should stay. It is an affirmative sentence. So it did not require anything else except the model. What is the model? Should. And if we convert the same into the negative one, the example would be she should not stay. It would not be like she doesn't should stay. Model comes all alone. And if we are converting the same into the interrogative one, why does she stay? No. The example would be, why should she stay? It is just like that we do present tense, past tense, and simple tense. How do we do that? We just change auxiliary verbs. हम सिर्फ helping verb को आगे पीछे convert कर देते हैं to convert into negative, interrogative, and affirmative sentence. Just the same thing we do in models, but the difference between both the things is there we use helping verbs and here we use models. C point. Modal verbs don't have infinitives or ing forms. We never use modals in ing forms. For example, I said you must do this work. So we will never say we musting do this work. No. So we always use modals in their root forms. I have spoken the same point in the previous week also, that we always use modals in their root forms. Modals are of different kinds. Can, what are the uses of can? It implies the ability to do something. For example, the child can play the violin. So it shows the capability of the child that he can play the violin. If we are asking or giving permission, for that also we use modals. For example, can I take this? Yes, you can. Could is a past form of can. It implies ability, it implies possibility, it is used for making request, it is used for asking and giving permission, it expresses unreal condition. For example, he could go to trapeze. Possibility, it could rain tonight. Request, could you mail the letter please? See, there's a difference between can and could. If we are asking for request, if we are asking something, that could is for could and would. They both are being more polite. If I ask you that can you give it to me, and if I ask you could you please give it to me, it would be more polite than can. Okay, so when we use more politeness, for that we use could. Asking and giving permission. Could I go now? Yes, you could. Express unreal condition. If he had the money, he could buy the car. If suppose I say that if I had got the chance, I could have explained that. अगर ऐसा होता तो वैसा होता. Fine. Things have not happened. हुई नहीं है. Things are unreal. But if we want to say that ऐसा होता तो वैसा होता, for that we use could. Could have. Expresses opportunity to do something but failed. He could have escaped death if he wanted to. I mean, he got an opportunity, but he didn't do it. उसको chance मिला, but उसने नहीं किया. He got failed. For that, we use could have. Could not have indicates situation not possible to happen because the existence of another situation. The girl you saw at the theater could not have been Sonia as she was with me at the hospital. It means it is showing a situation as well as another situation. दोनों situation बता रहा है, but the one situation is not related to the another one. It is like that कि जिस आपने जिस girl को देखा वो सोनिया हो ही नहीं सकती because Sonia was me at the hospital. All right. May. May is used for asking and giving permission, expresses wish, expresses doubt, expresses possibility, expresses purpose, express or guess or conjecture. For asking and giving permission, ma'am, may I go out? Yes, you may. May your trip be pleasant. It's a wish. Doubt, he may come, although I don't think he will. Possibility, the patient may walk again soon. Purpose, she works hard that she may help her parents. There's a purpose that she wanted to help her parents. And express guess, Melba may come early. When you're showing a guess, when you're making a guess, for that also we use may. Might is the past form of may. When there is a light possibility, or you can say the remote possibility. Remote means may has may has more strength than might. If I say you might have heard it, it means आपने कहीं तो थोड़ा बहुत सुना होगा. If I say you may have done it, तुमने किया है. When there is a थोड़ा पक्का वाला doubt. So expresses guess and conjecture. She might come early. वो जल्दी आ सकती है. And I mean there are very less chances that she might come early. May have, might have expresses conjecture about a past situation. The letter you sent may have, might have been lost on transit. I did not receive it. See, how do you come to know कि आपको यहाँ might लगाना है या may लगाना है? It depends on the second sentence. You see, I did not receive it. I did not, it means it is in past tense. The past tenses are you have to use might or may. Fine. Should expresses obligation, duty. It means when there is a duty, आपको काम करना ही है. You must do it. You should do it. Children should be polite. It expresses obligation कि ये आपकी moral duty है. You have to do it. The children should be polite always. Would. Would is a past form of will. Expresses polite request. मैंने कहा था पहले कि that when we are being more polite, for that we use would. Expresses unreal situation. Would you turn on the air conditioner, please? So I am being more polite. If I were the judge, I would have convicted them. Unreal condition कि अगर मैं जज होता तो मैं उनको punishment देता. Would like expresses polite request, expresses unreal condition again, but we have added like to it. Would you like to have some ice cream or an apple pie? So it is showing a polite request, more polite request. For that we use would and like. Would like to mean the same as want or desire. Both the thing, I would like to see Miss Sagan. It means when there is a desire, I would love to do this. I would like to meet you. I would like to go out. I would like to have a cup of coffee. When you are showing your desire, when you are showing your wants, for that also we use would like to. Would rather than expresses preference or choice. When there is a choice, or when you are showing your preference between two things, for that we use would rather. The girl would rather read a book and then attend a party. It means the girl want to read a book rather than a party. I mean, she prefers reading a book. Must. It shows your strong absolute obligation always. We must obey the school rules and regulations. It means you should do this thing without failure. So must means anyhow, by hook, by crook, you have to do this. When there's an obligation, strong obligation. Must be. It expresses detection about a situation in the present. The beggar has not eaten for 3 days. Now we'll do that. He must be starving. We have exchanged the words. Fine. If somebody has not eaten for 3 days, for that it means he's starving. So he must be starving. Starving means bhooka mar raha hoga. Now, ought to, have to, has to, had to, had better, all these things. So had better ke liye we will use apostrophe then D. All right. So it uses it denotes obligation, expresses necessity, implies sense of obligation. You ought to tell the truth. Batana hi padega. There is no choice. You have to study to pass. Louis has to support himself. I had to leave early. I had better find out if there is still an unavailable seat for tomorrow's flight. Here, I apostrophe D means I had better find out. Fine. Must have again expresses a deduction about past situation. The streets were flooded this morning. Now we'll convert the same using must have. So it must have rained at night. That is why the streets were flooded this morning. Fine. So all you need not to do like आपको changes नहीं करने पड़ेंगे. All you need to focus कि कहाँ पे आपको क्या लगाना है. Hope, it implies greater possibility. I hope to see you soon. Wish indicates something not very sure. I wish you were here. Am to, this is the rarest of rare modal which we use. Okay. Implies an arrangement or agreement. I am to wait for you here. For like in first glance, if you would feel that the sentence is not worthy, this is not making a sense. But yes, actually it is I am to, because I ke saath we often use am only. So I am to wait for you here. I mean, I'm waiting for you here. Ought to, we have already spoken about it, but yes, it uses says what's right or correct. She ought to finish by next week, whatever she is doing. Shall, when we are offering something, so shall I help you with your luggage? I told you previous week also that whenever we are asking a question, जिसमें first person हो, we will always use shall. We won't say, will I do this work? No, we will always ask, shall I do this for you? Suggestion, shall we say 2:30 then? Permission, shall I do that or will you? Will, it shows your decisions. I can't see any taxis, so I'll walk. When you are firm, when you are adamant कि हाँ मुझे ये करना ही है, willingly when you are doing something, for that we'll use will. Offer, I'll do that for you if you like. Promise, I'll come back on Monday. Would, I told you before too. Permission, would you mind if I brought a friend with me? Request, would you mind waiting a moment? Invitation, would you like to play basket this Friday? And if you are being more polite, then also we use would. Thank you. This was it for today.